Okay, so am I online now? Okay, now I'm live. Well then, I suppose we have to. Am I or am I not online? I don't get it. Come on, load. Oh, okay, here we are. Well, there you go. I was having some technical difficulties getting the video to go online. I guess I'm gonna have to introduce the show again. I'm sorry if for some reason it was online and you already heard this. But welcome everybody to the Ministry of Abnormality Twitch live broadcast. Today is November 12th of 2015. I am your host, as always, O Abnormal, and here is my co-host, Pixie the Cat. Good morning, Pixie. Yes. So, welcome to the show. I hope you're all having a great morning. My internet connection seems to be a little bit laggy, but I guess we can survive. Let's get to work. So, what will we be doing today? Today we're going to be drawing the comic. And that's about it. So let's just see how that goes. Let's glove up. Pixie, may I have your permission to bring the tablet closer to my body so that I may work, so that we may survive and pay the bills and buy food? Look, there's people outside. Go get him. No? Not interested? You're not a dog? Yeah, you would be an awful hunting companion. You'd probably be very good at hunting on your own, though. Are you sure you don't want to, like, let me get some work done? I'm gonna bring the tablet. Okay. There we go. Okay, well, I'll just kind of work with you here for now. Now let's see how this goes. Okay. So. Hey, Ryan. Ah. We have an impromptu appearance by Rajin the cat. A very nervous cat. He doesn't normally let himself be seen if there's other people in the house. But he's also a very large cat. Which is strange that he's so big and yet so nervous. Okay. So let's open up a comic template page, which is really, I don't suppose that's the best definition of what I'm doing here, but okay. Save it as. Okay, wait. Okay. Now, come on, Pixie. I need to be able to. Come on. Thank you. Yes, you're all very cute and furry and all that kind of stuff, but I need to work. Of course, Pixie's now angry with me, but sometimes that's just the price you pay. Okay. So, come on, Spotify, don't bother me now. Okay, okay. Let me just play some music here. And now we are ready. So, what are we going to make a comic about today? Let me check out. Shit. Good morning, Cardinal. I'm having a very bumpy ride this morning. Okay, now can I check and see what... Let's see, what do we have as comic ideas today? Wait a minute. sometimes. Okay, we have 4 comic ideas. I'm gonna go with... Oh, okay, wow. I look around, then I look to the screen, and everybody's online now. Good morning, Cardinal. Good morning, Yodel. And good morning, Gibo. Okay, so today we're gonna make a comic about a situation that happens a lot to us artists. I feel like I'm about to play you a song, like... So yes, this is a comic about something that happens a lot to us artists and to us, and designers and probably even musicians and all kind of stuff. So that's what today's comic is going to be about. Let me just make some adjustments here to my work setup, and in the meantime, how are you people in the chat room? Okay, here we go. Making adjustments. Phone should be in silence. There we go. No, not power off. Just here we are. We're all set. Sometimes starting the show is a little bit bumpier than others because, well, sometimes I'm not entirely ready. But okay, now we just need to send something here, and we will be all set. Okay, we have one person playing prison architect, the other person is hungover, and the other person is watching grudge movies. Okay, well that's quite a combination we got going on today. And in the meantime, I'm listening to Sting in the background. This is very eclectic morning, I guess. Okay, so as I was saying, we will be exploring something that's very, very common and happens a lot to us designers and artists and probably musicians, and it happened recently to me as a makeup artist, and it happens a lot, it happens all the time, and it sucks, but as always, I'm just going to give you little hints and stuff about what it is that I'm doing, and you'll see the comic come to life as we make it. Okay, I think I have a layout in my head. Let's see. I love working live on the comic because I've spoken about this before. I love the sensation of starting something and finishing it in the same broadcast. I think it's a lot more fun to watch. So... okay, so let's see what we have in the chat room. Okay, so questions I have are... Ebo, is Prison Architect worth getting? Do you think I would enjoy it? Cardinal, hungover, what were you drinking? Yodel, disturbed by the grudge movies you just watched. What movies? Haha, there you go. Dispatching questions like it's... well, I don't really... okay, that's as far as my... as I had. Oh wait, I should have done something different here. Oh no, actually. We're good. Okay, let's see what we got. The American remake of The Grudge. Oh, you mean the actual Grudge movies. Okay, I thought you were talking about movies that involved grudges. And I was here thinking to myself, okay, I didn't even know that was a genre. Like, I didn't know that there was a genre called grudge movies. And I thought, okay, he's watching movies about people with huge grudges on other people. And okay, in retrospect, maybe that wasn't a very smart deduction on my part, but hey. But yeah, I did watch the Grudge movies. You say you were disturbed? And finally, Cardinal says that they were drinking rum. But it's gone now, and why is it all? Nice reference there. I do love myself some Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, wait. I have to make some adjustments here, and Pixie's about to do her thing. Oh, damn it. Okay. Come on, Pixie. No, Pixie! Stop yelling like I'm mistreating you. People saw yesterday. I showed them. I showed them what happens. They are aware of the situation. They know that you actually do try to sharpen your claws on the screen. I showed them on video. I have evidence, bitch. People know that I'm not lying. They caught you. We caught you red-handed. So now you have to stop. Maybe we need some counseling. Okay, let's just get started here with the sketch. Okay. Okay, let's okay, wait, come on. I'm so sorry for this bumpy start of everything. Okay, let's just focus here. Pixie, you're not helping. Yeah, climb on the CPU. That's where you always go. Okay. Now. Yeah, you should. Okay, so in today's comic, it's funny that you should mention that in the chat room, Yodel, because in today's comic, I'm actually going to be answering some emails in today's comic. Not actual emails or anything like that, but more like... This is about some email exchanges I had recently. By the way, not with anybody in the chat room or anything like that, but this is some email exchanges that I had recently concerning other aspects of my work. And this is actually something that happens to me a lot. And it probably happens to other artists as well. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that it happens to me a lot. Now, what we're going to have in this first panel is we're going to have our character, I'm going to need to make him a little bit smaller. We're going to have our character O getting an email for a potential commission, actually. Let's see. Actually, I think I made him too tall now. Okay, let's see. Good morning, Candy Cane Steve. Okay, so yeah, what happens a lot to us artists is that we get messages asking for commissions. Now, normally what we get is messages asking for quotes. Very rarely do we give a message that's like already like, yeah, you know, let's do this. No, normally we get a message asking for a quote. So here's that first panel where I'm getting the message asking for a quote. Let's see. Okay. So, okay, let's sketch it out a little bit better. So the initial joy of receiving a commission. I'm always happy when I get a request for a commission, no matter what it is. Like, sometimes I get a lot of requests for stuff that I wouldn't actually make. But I'm still happy to get requests for commissions. It's always flattering and stuff like that. I love it. So, yes, the initial joy. Okay. Wait. Let's adjust here. There we go. Now these panels are actually going to be the emails, so... Let's see, wait. Actually, I need to invert these two panels. Yeah, that was a very rudimentary way to do this, but hey, it worked. Okay, this first part, as you guys know, is always my favorite. I love sketching, but this is not my favorite part of sketching. My favorite part of sketching is this next step, where I kind of flesh it out a little bit more. Ah, good morning, Vaughn! I love it. Okay, let's see. So, okay, here we have the excitement. This is not what's going to be written. This is just like for me to, okay. So we have the inquiry, okay. Excitement. Here we have the response, which is written. So that's just okay. And here we have their response. Here we have skepticism. I sure hope I wrote it. How do you write skeptical? Oh, what did I just do there? Okay. I love this whole ritual of like saying good morning to everybody in the chat room. Okay, so yes, I was gonna check. Well, I mean, I don't really need to skeptical. Oh, I was writing it. Okay, great. Okay, skepticism. Great. I wasn't wrong. Oh, and Kaito. Wow. We do need to keep that stability. Okay, and here's the second response. Okay, that says response, okay. And here would be the conclusion. Yeah, that kind of works out. Let's see, we got... This flows that way. Oh, okay, I like it. My inclination towards that side. Yeah, that's the negative side. I like that. What have we got here? Okay, let's today I'm in a very 80s kind of mood. So let's see, what music from the 80s am I gonna listen to? I'm gonna put some 80s music. Well, I mean, I know you guys can't listen to it, but... Okay, so in this part, I receive their response, which makes me skeptical. So that happens a lot of times. You know, we get responses from clients that make us perhaps a little bit skeptical about what we, about going into business with this client. Sometimes, like, for example, sometimes we get responses from potential clients that are, like, not asking the right questions. Let me explain, because I know there's several people in the chat room that have been my clients or are going to be my clients, and I don't want you to feel bad. This comic is not about any of you guys. For example, sometimes a client... For me, for example, as an artist, every now and then I get like commission requests from clients that clearly don't know my work. So that always makes me a little skeptical, because first of all, I wonder, okay, how is it that you heard about me, and how is it that you know about me, and how is it that you are asking me for this commission? I'm very, very bad at promoting myself. So how is it that you like ended up seeing my work when I really do such a bad job of promoting it outside of the people that already know my work? So, that's always like a red flag for me when a client doesn't know about my work. And when they start asking like certain types of questions, like, for example, they start haggling the price. I'm not very fond of haggling. I'm very much okay when a client just straight up says, "Oh, I don't have enough money for that," because that's all right. Money is money. It's just a fact of life. And if you don't have enough money, that doesn't mean you don't think that what I'm drawing is worth the money. It just means that you don't have it, and that's all right. That's not a problem. That's not something I judge or question or anything like that. Yeah, you either have enough money for what you want to make or you don't. So that's not what I'm talking about here. Like, if anybody watching this or anything like that has ever commissioned something from me or tried to commission something from me and turned out that they didn't have enough money for it, that's quite all right. No, what I mean is when I send a client a quote for an image and they respond to me by questioning the validity of the price I have sent them. Like you say, okay, it's going to cost this or that, and they say like, oh, that's way too expensive or something like that. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen, and but still, I'm okay. I'll still take the commission and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm not against people questioning stuff. A lot of times people don't mean anything by it. It's just like, yeah, it's just the way they are, or whatever. But then, okay, let's do a better sketch for these two. So the last panel is a nice surprise. But then there's clients that, for example, write to me, haggle the price, and then, for example, just leave it there for a very long time, and eventually come back with a response that is going to be the response in today's comic. Again, I feel the need to kind of clarify for everybody in the chat room and everybody watching that this hasn't actually happened to me with anybody that's commissioning stuff from me right now. It's actually been a while since this has happened to me as an illustrator. But it did happen to me recently as a makeup artist. So there you go. Like, it's not. You see, I don't want anybody to feel like this comic is about them or anything like that. No, this comic is about somebody that tried to get me to work for them as a makeup artist. So if you're gonna feel bad about today's comic, well, only if you recently tried to get me as a makeup artist and you did what they do in today's comic. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, anatomically correct chocolate. That sounds delicious. I also need an anatomically correct skull. They're so difficult to get. Like, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be that difficult to come by. But yeah, I need an anatomically correct skull, and I have not been able to find one to save my life. Then again, I have to admit, I haven't actually been like looking for it very intensely. Just kind of haven't come across one. Okay, I'm not looking for one. I am interested in an anatomically correct skull, but I haven't really been like actively searching for one. It's difficult, okay. It's difficult to find. Wait, what? I'm looking for Nady's song while I broadcast. Like, I'm doing so much stuff at the same time. And I'm looking for 8675309 Jenny on Spotify, and apparently Spotify doesn't have it. How is this How is this even possible? Oh yeah, of course it has it. Right. Yeah, you can't have a radio station without 8675309. Okay. Wait, what kind of version is this of this song? Okay, this sounds a lot better. Sometimes on Spotify you get like different versions of music and they sound weird. And 8675309 Jenny is one of my favorite songs of all time. I'm an 80s kid. What can I say? Okay. Oh, that's nice. I look all nice and kind. Look at me. All benevolent and stuff. Okay. Ears. I'm sorry I'm not talking that much, but sketching does actually require some thought. So, I hope this is not too boring for you guys. Time to invert the image. By the way, if as soon as I said 8675309, you didn't know what song I was talking about, I'm not sure we could be friends. There we go. I like it. I like it. Need to adjust this ear. There we go. Oh, it's always nice to draw myself all happy. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do like. Okay, Candy Cane Steve. Like, what did you find? Is this the kind of thing I can order too? I might give myself a skull as a present for Christmas if I do well in December. That would be the perfect Christmas present for me. A skull. So like, what did you find? Are there like skulls on Amazon or something? Like a one-stop skull shop? Ooh, I like the sound of that. Let's see what you're doing, Spotify. Okay. Here we go. I like this. It's a nice... And the funny thing is, it's not a positive comic. Like, this is actually a negative comic. It's about something that happens with commissions that I don't enjoy, but... Okay. No, I need something that ships over to Colombia. Okay. So, now, in this panel, what's going to be happening is that the client is going to give me a response that always raises a red flag, and it's that, well, this normally happens not with, again, you know, to kind of help the people watching this that have or are commissioning stuff from me, to put their mind at ease. This normally doesn't happen with individuals. This normally happens with companies. And the reason why it happens with companies and not so much with individuals is because what is happening in this panel is that the client is telling me that they'll have to, like, talk about it in a meeting or something like that. And that normally raises a red flag for me, because in my experience, that's not the way things work a lot. Normally, the largest companies, they don't pay very well. I'm not sure any of you knew that, but the times, like the commissions I've drawn in my life that have been the worst paid have been for the largest companies I've worked for. I'm not going to say which ones, because I would definitely like to work for them again. But yeah, for some reason, like, the largest companies I work for are the ones that pay the least amount of money. It's weird, I know. But there's also a certain value in working for them, not for portfolio or anything like that, but precisely because you don't have to negotiate. Normally, when a company like Wizards of the Coast or like a company like that approaches you for a job, they have a fixed rate. So you don't have to negotiate. So maybe they don't pay as much as an individual, but they do have a fixed rate, which kind of makes it a little bit more comfortable because it's not negotiable. Like, okay, you know, they pay you this much amount of money, you either take the job or you don't. End the story. I love that. I love that. It makes my life so much simpler. You know, it's you're dealing with a company, no feelings involved, nothing like that. Just, okay, this is what we're willing to pay you. This is what we pay every single artist. You either take it or you leave it. I love that. So that's another thing that I'm clarifying here, that it doesn't really happen a lot with individuals, because normally these kind of negotiations don't take place with individuals. These kind of negotiations take place with companies. So they tell you that they're going to have to discuss it and stuff like that, and that normally is not a good sign, because these companies normally have a fixed rate already, and if they don't, it means that they're either just doing this for the first time, and being the first artist the company hires is never a good experience. It's never pleasant. Or that the person in charge of contacting you or getting you or anything like that doesn't have enough power to make these decisions. In which case, it's also not, like... You know, things with companies are a little bit more complicated, but at the same time, they really shouldn't be. You know, I love the kind of detached... when it comes down to business, I love my clients to just get down to business. Just say it like it is. Like I said before, you know, there's nothing wrong with a client not having enough money, because money is a reality. It's like, I don't know, if any of you, for example, sold me something, whatever, I don't know what you guys do. Okay, I do know I have a lot of software engineers watching me, so it's like if I asked you to program my website, and you told me, oh, it costs this much money, and I don't have that money. So I have to say, I have to answer, okay, I'm sorry, but I can't afford that. It's nothing personal. It's nothing. It doesn't say anything about the quality of your work. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that I don't have the money. So with companies, that's normally not the case. A company doesn't really work that way. Hmm. Okay. But then comes the dreaded response. The response, one of the responses I hate getting the most. The company takes forever to answer you, and then they reply, what happened here? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Yodel. Hey, Mo, good morning. Yeah, program this website. Oh, yeah, that was... You guys know what I mean. Come on, stop giving me a hard time over that. Come on. I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time. It's difficult. If I chewed gum, I might have an accident. What's up, Mao? You on vacations yet? Oh, thank you, Spotify. Spotify's playing Jesse's Girl right now. I love that song. Listening to 80s music always gets me in such a good mood. Oh, well, Friday is just a couple of days away, man. It's almost there. Where can I find a woman like that? Oh, by the way, my experiment the other day where I listened to some music on the broadcast to see what happened. Yeah, kind of worked out very poorly. Twitch itself, not even YouTube, Twitch itself silenced parts of the broadcast where there was copyrighted music. So yeah, music is definitely not an option. Because, I mean, it would be very difficult to know what songs would receive copyright protection and what songs wouldn't. So, yeah, music is definitely a no-no. I mean, I'd be willing to play original music if any of you guys have music of your own. If any of you guys are musicians, I'd be happy to play your music on my show. If we can call this a show. Let's see. Yeah, Friday's tomorrow. Actually, OC Remix would be awesome. I love OC Remix. But you can't just play OC Remix freely, right? I mean, don't you need permission from them? I wouldn't want to disrespect any freelance musicians. You know, that would be the last thing I would want. You know, as a freelance artist myself that's struggling to survive, I would definitely not want to, like... You know, it's very, very annoying when people try to get my stuff for free. The last thing I would want is to do that to a musician as well. How does OC Remix work in that way? Yeah, because like if OC Remix is something you can use freely, then I love OC Remix, and they have such a wide selection. But well, thanks, Vaughn. I mean, that would be even better music for the show than. I mean, I love 80s music, and right now I'm listening to. What am I listening to right now? Donnie Iris? No, who are you? But, you know, right now I just listened to Jesse's Girl, and now I'm listening to. I mean, that's not Jesse's Girl. Jesse's Girl is by Rick Springfield. But right now I'm listening to Huey Lewis and the News. And, you know. I wonder what became of Huey Lewis and the News. See, the thing about me is I love 80s music, but I don't really follow a lot of these people after their 80s careers. Then again, Huey Lewis and the News, good as always. There we go. Oh, good morning, Cyrex. Vaughn, that was... You say that was a big C and P? I'm not sure what you mean. What am I missing here? Okay, so now we make some very large pupils, or pupils. Because in this first panel, always excited. Weird to talk about myself in the third person, so let's not do that. In this first panel, I'm supposed to be excited. Oh! Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, no, that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so for people that are watching right now and aren't aware of what's going on, one of the big issues I have with my broadcast is that a lot of times I just don't have anything to say. and I feel very self-conscious about just drawing in silence, especially because I know that some people don't want to actually, some people listen to this, some people are just using it to keep them company, and I love that. I love that because I use Let's Plays and stuff like that for exactly the same thing. I just want some company, I want some distraction. Now, since sometimes I don't have anything to talk about, and I don't expect people to just stare intently at the screen 100% of the time, that would be absurd. I've always thought that it's a good idea to play some music while I work. So, sometimes if I just stay quiet, it just kind of, you just kind of listen to the music and we all just have a nice relaxing time. Now, the problem is that any music that I play is going to have copyright protection. And not only YouTube, but also Twitch detect that music. And in the case of Twitch, they eliminate portions of the audio in the video that have copyright protected music. And in the case of YouTube, they just eliminate audio altogether, or even worse, take down your video. So I thought that maybe I would not be able to play music at all, until in the chat room it was suggested that I use when did I grow back the pupils? Not sure what you mean. I dilate the pupils because the character in the image is happy. So dilated pupils show happiness. I'm not sure if that's what you were asking, though. Anyway, so I was talking about that in the chat room, and it was suggested that I use OC Remix. Now, Vaughn here in the chat room has very kindly looked it up, and apparently what it says is, and I quote, basically, as long as you do not make any profit directly from its usage, and you credit both the artist and OC Remix for each track used, the answer is yes, you have our blanket permission to freely use OC Remixes. In those specific circumstances, that also means you do not need to contact us to formally ask. Great! That means I can actually play music on the show from OC Remix. And let's look it up. Let's see if we can actually just do that right now. Okay, OC Remix. So all I would have to do is, while the music is playing, tell you what's sounding and kind of have a registry of every single song. Well, that would make my... Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's give it a shot. Okay, what do we have? Music. Okay, let's see what we want to listen to. Can I get any requests of music from the chat room? You know what, Vaughn, since you're the one that did the homework and found this possibility for us, tomorrow I'll probably just choose my own music and all that kind of stuff. And I'll make a playlist so I can credit stuff easier and all that. But for now, Vaughn, I'll actually have to look up if there's a Twitch plugin and all that kind of stuff. But for now, let's give it a shot. So Vaughn, since you were the one with the OC remix that did the OC remix homework, I think it's only fair if you get today's choice of what we play. So, what would you like to listen to? For tomorrow, I'll look for my own, my own selections. But today, as long as it's not too heavy. Oh, okay. Let's go for Nesperado. Okay, wait. Nesperado. Wait. Esperado. Here we go. Okay, that's not. Let's search for albums. Esperado. Ah, here we go. Whoa, that is a bad cover. You know what? I could probably make a living off of, Whoa. I could probably make a living off of making album covers for these. Okay, wait. I'm at the OC remix. Let's put this on the screen. I'm here, and I'm looking at. Wow, that is. Oh my God, that album art. Oh man, you need me. I mean, I'm not the best artist in the world, but goddamn. Okay, let's see. How can we organize this? Let's search for a mix. No, okay, okay. This is my first time navigating this page. Can you actually listen to the music from here, or do you have to go somewhere else to listen to it? Oh, okay, let's see. What have we here? Okay, now it says I should download the albums, which sounds like a sounds fair. I'm looking for something. I like Zelda music. We could listen to that. Oh, I just saw what I'm gonna be doing a lot this afternoon. Chrono Trigger, Chrono Symphonic. There we go. Where the fuck do I listen to it? Oh, okay, I have to download it. Okay. Well, I don't suppose it's too big. I guess I can download it right now. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go take a bathroom break while this downloads. Don't worry, we're finishing this comic today. But yeah, I'm gonna just take a bathroom break while this downloads, and then we'll play it. I actually think I have this in. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I do have this album. Yeah. I don't even need to download it. I have it. Yeah, I love Chrono Trigger. Okay. So, I know what we're gonna do. Okay. So, we're going to credit this. Okay, check out what I'm gonna do. This is probably... Okay. Now playing... No, okay. Music. I know this is not like... I just believe that it is true that I should credit the musicians and all that kind of stuff. Music. So, okay. This would be... Why did I close it? See, we don't just make art. It's a journey of discovery where we... Okay, so this is... Okay, Chrono Symphonic. OC Remix. I need to know who made this. Symphonic. Okay, so music. This would be Chrono Symphonic from Chrono trigger. I apologize if anybody watching this is like, oh, why are we taking so long doing this? No, it's only fair. So let's see. This is by... Okay. Chrono Trigger OC Remix. And... we should just go with ocremix.org. There we go. No, what the crap? Let's... You know, this is where I'm like, I don't have to be a designer. Just make things simple and no, I can't. Okay. There we go. So, okay, this is, you know, I'll just put it in the info for the video and stuff like that, and I'll look into seeing if there's some sort of I'll look into if there's some sort of plugin or something for this. And in the meantime, we can listen to Chrono Symphonic. Because I love Chrono Trigger. As we all should. There you go. Haha! That works. Okay, now we turn on our computer sounds and we go into the Chrono Symphonic album. And now we play it. Are you gonna let me play it? Oh, interesting. There we go. Oh, fuck. Okay, now the problem is, okay, find a way to play it. It's kind of funny because you don't... Like, you end up not playing stuff a lot on your computer since you have Spotify and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So, we make a new playlist called Chrono Symphonic OC Remix. And, you know, so we don't risk playing anything that is not of this. And we grab everything from here. Okay. This must be the least entertaining I have ever been. But we have it now. Great. Now, let me know in the chat room. Let me know in the chat room if you can hear the music. Okay, great. Is the music good? Is the volume good? Should I raise it a little bit? Well, thank you, Vaughn, so much for that idea. I'm definitely gonna be looking into more of OC Remix. I mean, I've heard a lot of OC Remix, but I'm definitely gonna be looking into like what's available there to play, and it's a little bit dramatic for what I'm doing today, but who cares? Well, according to what you found out, they're not supposed to kill this video as long as I'm crediting them. And I'll credit them in the credits as well. You know, in the video description and all that kind of stuff. So, as far as I'm aware, we should be good. Yes, I am answering my emails with a lot of drama involved. Okay, so this is the beginning of a new era for our Twitch broadcast, where we get to listen to music. How nice is that? Now I don't have to worry about talking all the time. Sometimes you might even want me to shut the fuck up. And besides, it's always awesome. It's always awesome to listen to Chrono Trigger. After all, it is one of my favorite games of all time. Okay, I do promise, however, that on future occasions, I'll look for music that's more, like, thematically or emotionally appropriate for whatever I'm doing. Because right now, it's, like, super dramatic and sad, stuff like that, and I'm, like, drawing a joke comic about funny client responses, so... Oh, I wonder if The Brink of Time is, I wonder if The Brink of Time is, OC Remix. Because if it is, The Brink of Time is an awesome acid jazz version of Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger, Brink of Time. Is that an OC remix? No, it's not OC Remix. Well, I can't play it, I can't play it on the Twitch channel, but if any of you like acid jazz, Chrono Trigger The Brink of Time is amazing. And I'm really liking this that's sounding too, it's very nice. A little bit overly dramatic for what I'm doing, but And again, I didn't really expect any different. Oh, good morning, Mr. McAllister. Yeah, we found a way to play music, and we're trying it out. Hopefully this will work quite nicely. Yeah, but Yodel is right. You basically, I mean, all you missed was me setting up the music. But now I'm in full steam and... Well, maybe I can say something dramatic to fit the... I don't know. Well, I can say that yesterday I was feeling like I was coming down with a cold, and as soon as I was done with the broadcast, I ran over to the gym and worked out. Yesterday was leg day. And apparently I just kind of... Whatever it was I was getting, I stopped it right there, because by the time I was done and I got back home, I felt great. And today I can barely walk, but I don't have a cold. So, if tonight I'm having a nice free evening, I've decided that tonight I will be broadcasting my recording of audiobook. So, because last time I broadcasted at night, it wasn't really that pleasurable for me because I was tired. So yeah, I was kind of like, well, this is not really something I'm enjoying very much because I was tired of working all day. So I decided, hey, how about like I do alternative stuff at night? But yesterday, my voice, I didn't feel very confident with my voice because I thought I was getting a cold. Now today that I don't have a cold, but again, I'm not guaranteeing that I will do that tonight because, you know, at night, stuff happens. You know, maybe there's a full moon out tonight and I can't. Oh, and yesterday I also worked, Also, yesterday I worked a little bit on the dragon image, and I still need to do some pattern design on the people's clothing, but that image is pretty much done, except for the extra characters I have to add on the outside of the image. There's 4 panels of characters on that image. So I'm going to show it to you in a second. I mean, in case anybody's curious about how that image turned out, I added some background elements to it. So, in case anybody wants to see what that image turned out to be like, I won't be publishing the image for a few days as completed because it still needs the extra character panels that I told you about. So I thought I'd show it to you guys here. Okay, I'll show you. Check it out. Check it out. Here we have it, the dragon image. As you can see, I added some extra trees and some extra scenery elements in the background. Let's, why not? There you go. So what this image is missing is I'm going to be adding some pattern print and stuff to some of the clothing. Maybe a little bit of extra trees in the background, I don't know. I already added some extra trees to the background. And it still needs some extra stuff. Oh man, my phone is ringing. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, it's not gonna stop ringing if I don't answer. But hey, you have the music to keep you company. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, sorry about that. But, it was my mother, and, well, you guys know how it is. Mother trumps, many other things, so, yeah. And I do have a mother, by the way. So, because sometimes people seem to find it hard to believe that I even have a mother. Of course I have a mother. And, So yes, I was answering. I was talking to my mother on the phone, and that's. No, I'm not gonna hang up on my mother. So anyway, we are back, and so apparently I see in the chat room that it has now been reported that the dragon is wearing a wife beater. Alright. How disappointed is my mother in my life choices? That's actually a very serious question. Let's see. Oh, by the way, before I answer that, let me know something. Does what I'm gonna do something right now, and let me know if that modifies the volume of the music in any way. So here I'm lowering the volume, and here I'm raising the volume. Did that affect the volume of the music in any way? Okay, so, my parents, are they disappointed with my life choices? Okay, great. By the way, I just wanted to know if me raising or lowering the system volume affected the volume of the broadcast in any way. It shouldn't, you know, I didn't expect it to, but since I had such a hard time adjusting the volume for the broadcast before, I kind of want to make sure that everything is working properly. Anyway, so, my life choices and my parents. Well, my mother has always been very supportive of my art, and my father has a little bit more trouble. He doesn't disagree with what I do. He likes what I do. He likes my artwork and all that kind of... I mean, he doesn't really check out my artwork or anything like that, but I know that he likes what I do. The main issue with my father is that he kind of sees my university work as my main job, and he seems to have a hard time kind of conceiving that this is what I do and that this is my main work. So normally he asks me about the university, and I mean, he never really keep in mind though that, you know, in case my parents are listening, hey, I love you both. You've been very supportive. Thank you. But you know, and I don't feel bad about it or anything. You know, they're fairly old-fashioned in their own way. So you know, I'm not really. It doesn't really bother me or anything. You know, I survive. I do well enough. I'm going through money problems right now, but it's not really because it's not good work. You know, it's not because that this is not like profitable or anything like that. It's more because I have very, very poor business management skills. So, yeah, every now and then I end up like in financial woes, but it's mostly because I just don't know how to handle money. It's not that I go around spending stuff or that I spend it on booze or anything like that. It's just that I just really don't have any financial planning education in me. So anyway, so yeah, my parents are very supportive of what I do and all that kind of stuff. But with people like my dad, it becomes very clear that he kind of considers that he kind of considers my university work to be the main thing, and pretty much everything else that I do more like a hobby. So, and again, like, he's never actually said anything or anything like that. He, you know, just kind of becomes very clear. So yeah, that's kind of the situation as far as my parents are concerned. They like what I do. I mean, they're definitely not, like, into this kind of art, though. I mean, they're not, like, into fantasy or anything like that. They clearly just kind of think I'm you know, they clearly think I'm talented, and they're clearly proud of me, and I thank them very much for it. And that's it, you know, I know my mother wishes, she always says that she always had a dream of me being a veterinarian. And I always say that if I had not been this, I actually wouldn't mind being a veterinarian. But this is what I am. This is definitely what I am. I wouldn't say that it's too late now to change careers, because, hey, you know, life is long and there's always time to do other stuff. But, oh, this is definitely what I am. This is, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I do think that there are a lot of people that are doing fine. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're gonna find anybody that, like, has... I mean, of course, yeah, there's a lot of people that are doing pretty well. I don't know, I consider money problems, to be worried about where next month's, survival money is gonna come from. That, for me, is money problems. So when I say I have money problems, it's that I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm gonna live through the next couple of months. That, for me, is having money problems. So... So, I don't know, I mean, I've always thought that not having money problems is just when, you know, I can sit down, relax, and say, okay, I've got the next couple of months figured out, and that's it. To me, that's pretty much all I need. I've never really considered myself to be a very complicated person in that regard. Like, if I have enough for the next couple of months, I'm good. Okay, Yodel, loans. Wait, aren't you in... Wait, what part of Europe are you in? Sorry, like, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, by the way. I mean, we'll respect your privacy. What part of Europe are you in again? I'll explain the reason why I'm asking. Oh, Sweden! Yeah. I knew it. I've met plenty of people from Sweden, and yeah, your government has these loan things that are pretty impressive, to be honest. The way it's been described to me is that you guys get a pretty decent loan system or whatever you want to call it, and you basically pay for it in taxes. Apparently you have very high taxes. Is that, if I'm not mistaken? I have a friend, we haven't spoken in a long time, but I have a friend from Sweden. And, yeah, he pretty much, he did the same thing. He studied, on Sweden's, money, and he even, like, apparently, if I'm not mistaken, and again, like, feel free to tell me, like, you don't want to talk about this, because, you know, I'll respect that. But I understand that the country actually kind of pays you a salary while you study. Am I mistaken there? Did I understand incorrectly? The other thing I kind of remember about Swedish loans is that you can... Yeah, I understand that the Swedish government actually pays you a salary while you study, and also that even though it is a loan, it, like, you can kind of pay it at your own, that it's not like you have to pay it right away, that you can actually take your time, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it sounds like a pretty sweet deal. I'm sure it comes with its caveats and all that kind of stuff. But still better than, like... Yes, I also remember that the interests are very low. And I also remember, like, this kind of... This part, I'm pretty sure I understood incorrectly. That apparently, if in Sweden you reach the age of 60, the government kind of, like, forgives your debt or something like that. If I understood correctly. That part I'm pretty sure I didn't understand correctly, because that one sounds too good to be true. But it sounds awesome. Like, so there you have it, folks. Sweden. Yay. Wow, I mean, that's one of those countries I'm like, wow, why couldn't I be born there? I mean, I don't really... I like where I live. I live happy here, and actually, nowadays when I'm asked, like, where I would like to live, I actually like living here. There's a lot of advantages, and I say this a lot to my students and stuff like that, people who ask. Like, there's a lot of advantages to living here where I live in Colombia. Some of them are actually financial, and others are more advantages of just... like being in a place where there's still a lot of stuff to do. Oh, okay, so apparently that was actually true, but they changed it now. Well, would have been sweet. Yeah, I remember my friend, like, he would explain to me, like, his financial situation concerning, his studies and all that kind of stuff, and it was all just amazing, like... Yeah. Sweden, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome, awesome, country. I mean, every single country has its pros and cons. And I think part of growing up is learning that, like, your country doesn't necessarily suck the way everybody... Like, everybody thinks their own country sucks. I kind of kind of happy I got over that phase in my life where I think everything from my own country sucks. I actually like it here, and I like living here, and I plan to stay. But there are some things that are like, oh wow, I wish we had that. I did mandatory military service, actually. There you know, little known fact. Oh, I did mandatory military service. I mean, don't think I'm some sort of badass or something like that. No, I did my military service in the police force, so basically it was mostly just walking around downtown, occasionally doing pat downs of people and stuff like that. Nothing worth being intimidated over. But yeah, I did have to do mandatory military service. Wow, Yodel, that sounds absolutely awful. I'm sorry to say. That sounds absolutely awful. I'm sorry. That is... wow. Okay. Wow, okay. Wow, that's, I mean, my government has its own fair share of problems, but I'm pretty sure we don't have a neo-Nazi problem. Not as long as I'm aware of. Wow, okay. I'm very sorry to hear that. Well, I guess it's not... everything comes at a price. Still, it does sound like an awesome place to be. Not because of that, but in spite of that. I guess would be the point I'm trying to make. Wait, there's a marijuana party? And I don't mean like a celebration, like a political marijuana party? What kind of political party is that? How can anybody take that seriously? Like, I get it if you want to legalize marijuana, but you can't make a political party out of it. What do you do once you get that? No, not like really. I'm actually curious. Okay, once you get legalized marijuana, what is your party about? Like, what else do you have to fight for? Ah, Canada. The marijuana political party. Because I'm guessing what they fight for is for legalization of marijuana, but again, like, once you get that, like, what's left? Like, oh, okay, I guess we'll just go home and get stoned, I guess. Politics. How I hate I hate politics, by the way. I consider myself to be apolitical. So I will admit that there's a lot of me just not understanding. I don't know, I mean, I'm like... I'm all for legalization, like, yeah, you know, just do that and get it over with, you know? In that regard, I'm like, I'm with Patton Oswalt. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard or seen Patton Oswalt. He's a comedian that I love. And he says that he wants marijuana to be legalized. I think it was him. I'm not sure if it was him, but anyway, he says that he wants marijuana to be legalized simply so his stoner friends, like, stop whining about it. And I agree with him. Like, yeah, you know, legalize marijuana so these guys can shut up about it already. But, at the same time, it's like, okay, you know, once marijuana is legalized, like, now what? What's next for you? Your political aspirations. Oh, okay, I haven't activated the webcam? Sorry about that. Nah, I wouldn't discuss politics anyway, don't worry about it. Anyway, so yeah, that was it was fun to find out that there's a marijuana party. That's pretty much my conclusion. It's fun to find out these things. But yeah, I don't let's not talk politics anyway. So, what we're gonna do here is just actually, oh, good morning, Furball. Actually, Yodel, I'm not really into sports. I mean, I'm not, like, the typical nerd that's, like, against sports and hates jocks and anything like that. I mean, if anything, I go to the gym, I try to go as often as possible and stay in shape and all that kind of stuff. But I hate, like, team sports and following sports and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I kind of hate that. Not more than I hate politics, but I do hate it. Oh. Go. And now let's get on with this joke. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this, this, this. Great. And now we're going to make these into emails. So So I'm gonna open here on my other screen. Just open an email. Not to use an email as reference or anything, but more to check out what an email looks like. What I'm going to do now is open the screen. Place that in here. Make sure. Wait. Print screen. And paste that. What? What the? Okay. There we go. Okay, don't worry, none of your emails are here. Let's do this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this as a kind of a template. Oops. Let's use this as some kind of template. Let's see. Let's lower the opacity on this. And wait. Actually make this a little bit bigger. Okay, what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna place this here and kind of build ourselves a 3 email. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna use, I'm pretty sure this stuff uses Arial, so let's use that. Okay, so let's go, mission, inquiry. Right. Need to make sure that this is all, yes, aligned to the left. That's good enough. We'll just modify other parts of it. Okay. This one would be, okay, from whom? I need a fake client. This one would be like... I'm actually sitting here thinking about like who's going to be my fake client for this. This has to be a company, so let's make it. No, I can't believe this is the part that's stumping me. Make it, oh, okay, marketing at, let's make up a funny company name. It's gonna be... Aha! Nipple punch marketing. Why not? Back there. Let's see, okay, so it's gonna be make it a nice smaller font. Sitting. I'm starting it with the same thing like this. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is an email from AnyMeeting. AnyMeeting is an online service that I use to give my virtual classes. It's completely free and it's completely awesome, by the way. So, yeah. No, like, this is no comment on AnyMeeting. AnyMeeting is an awesome service. If you want to give online classes, I highly recommend AnyMeeting. Check it out. People, you get to share your screen with, do conferences, webcam share, audio, it has chat room, it has all the functionality you would be looking for a virtual class. It's free and it works wonderful. I give all my virtual classes on AnyMeeting. So I highly recommend it. They're not sponsoring me or anything. I just, since I'm writing over their email, I just thought, okay, let's talk about it so people don't think that this is anything against AnyMeeting. AnyMeeting is awesome. Definitely. Actually, let's have Robert Meetpol Boyastifi sign the email. But okay, anyway. Robert Meetpol Boyastifi. Okay, so hi, Obsidian. We're interested in hiring you to produce an image. Okay, wow, I can't write. Okay. Of a what? I'm gonna have to draw him in the end, so what should I draw? I was gonna say cowboy. No, let's not draw a cowboy, because I actually have a pending commission of a cowboy that I'm actually gonna draw. So, okay, Cyrex. So what should we draw? Of a female model. A female model for one who's an art image. I like that. An art image of a female model for one of our publications. Would you be able to send us a quote for what this could cost? Thank you for your time. Robert Meetpol Boyastifi. Double F. Nipple punch. Marketing. Communication. communications. Wait, does communications have a double M or not? I think it does. No, but not triple M. Well, Robert Meetpol is not going to appear on this, he's not going to appear on this, he's not going to appear. Communications, representative. And we will make this a little bit smaller. Let's make this optical. Okay. And we'll let's edit this underneath. Okay. I don't know what this part is. Let's just remove these parts and move this further up. We can save some space here, and we can also move this part up. Oh wait, made a mistake here. No, it's just that, you know, I needed an idea for them, like, what they would want to commission, and I thought a cowboy, like, it would be something that I actually have to draw on the final panel. But I actually have a commission for a sort of cowboy image coming soon, so, you know, I wouldn't want my client to think that maybe I'm making fun of them. I respect my clients. Move this a little bit over here. Oh wait, not so much. Just move it a little bit. There we go. An art image. I don't know why I think that's funny, but I actually do. I think it's funny. An art image. We want you to produce an art image. Okay, so next one would be, let's see. Let's see, let's look for a very unoffensive okay, wait, there's other parts of this image that I'm gonna have to replace. Here. Hour. I'm gonna have to replace that too. Because if I don't, then I won't have any control over what the time would be on the next part. So let's just write 9:51 a.m. It'll be 1 hour ago. Okay, I also need to control this part here. I'm pretty sure I'm not using the right font. I'm pretty sure this is Tacoma. Something like that. In any case. Okay, that looks legit. The next email. Okay, let's capture again. This is an email I sent to myself with the Gravelord Nito image. I don't know why. Now I'm pasting this other email so I can use the... I can reference what it looks like when I send an email. Okay. What does it look when I answer an email? What does it look like when it's, Wait, let me see. Okay. It's still gonna keep the commission inquiry, okay. Let's see. I'm sorry if this part is not fun to watch, but... Guess what? Small. Just place it there. Okay. I actually have to replace the to me part. Okay, this is turning out to be a lot more than I wanted it initially. Like a lot more complicated than I wanted it to be initially, but whatever. It's okay, see, I'm also gonna have to replace that to me part. To nickel punch marketing. Oops. Yeah, so this is how you make a comic, people. Okay. Change the time to okay, if it was 9:51 when I checked it, then it could be 10 11. And this could be 5 minutes ago. Okay, so blah blah blah. Now, when it's an email I sent, does it have? Yeah, it still has the whole thing. Except now it's going to have an extra... Okay, let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Here. Okay, we're gonna have to take some little graphic liberties with, okay. Greetings, Robert. No. Mr. Meetpol. Wait, actually... Oh, I'm just calculating that, yeah, actually, yeah, you can hear my Facebook messages. Let me just close that so it doesn't interrupt the broadcast. Okay. Anyway, greetings, Mr. Meetpol. Thank you for your interest in my work. An image like the one you describe would have a cost of 90 USD. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to working with you. Good hunting. Go Abnormal. And now, this actually has to be here. And now we go for the third image, which is kind of like the whole joke. Oh, come on. High Obsidian. Wait, no, I shouldn't erase that bottom part. I'll just keep it. Thank you for your response. Thank you for your response, but your price... Okay, thank you for your response. Oh, I'm gonna have to actually reorganize the panels. I didn't plan this correctly. Okay, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm not including in how the email shows, but as long as it's understood, I'm good. You know, as long as we can understand what's going on. Thank you for your response, but your price seems a bit high for us. Also, one of our interns has a cousin that is willing to make this image for free and to make this image for free. So we are going to move forward with that option. Thanks again for your time. And this would be at and and this will be at 7:20 p.m. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I actually need to fix the order of these panels. They're not actually in the order that are supposed to be. No, this is actually, like, this has actually happened to me several times. Not lately, fortunately, but it has happened to me. And it did happen to me lately with my makeup work, where a client actually said, like, oh, you know, we would like a quote. They wanted to do makeup on 7 people. And when I sent them the quote, sorry, on 12 people. It was makeup for 12 people. And when I sent them the quote, they were like, oh, well, no, well, you know, one of us has a makeup kit at home. So, yeah, we're just going to do that. I was like, what, really? Okay. Sure. And, yeah, it's not a great way to show an artist your appreciation. Basically say that some amateur that you found somewhere is gonna do the job instead, but and that is actually the cost of just commissioning one character, by the way. Like, in case anybody's wondering, yeah. Just one character, no background, just the character, and that's it. Yeah, $90. I actually need to reorganize my panels, though, because they are not in good order. I apparently had some problems in my planning phase. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm not talking about anybody specific with this joke. You know, it's it hasn't happened to me in a while, but it does happen. And that doesn't mean it never, ever happens. What? That doesn't ever happen. I forgot to talk. I forgot how to talk. Wow, okay. I actually need to reorganize this, I think. So, let's see. Pixie, please, you look like you're about to do that which I don't like you doing. Please don't. Now we have to reorganize these panels because this one should be like this one should actually just be up here. This is the introduction to the joke. I don't care about empty space. This one should be here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on. What the crap is the matter with me? Wait. Now what I need to do is move. Mr. Meetpol. When will you learn to business? I am... Oh, come on. I'm not at my most agile right now. Okay, so let's see if this is making any sense. Okay, so I'm seeing in terms of... And... okay. Now, for the Beast of the Stone. Okay. Here we go. Now we draw the... This is actually going to be a little difficult, because what I'm going to try to do is... I need to try and make it look like there's... It's gonna be... Yeah, I have to draw something ugly on purpose. That's not always easy. I'm not saying that I can't draw ugly even if I wanted to. No, I'm just saying that it's like drawing ugly stuff on purpose is not as easy as you would think. It sounds easy, but it's not really. Person would have some basic knowledge of anatomy, but I'm trying to mimic like the most common mistakes from that I see. Let's see if I can pull this off. It's funny because every single time you try to draw something like intentionally bad, it ends up just looking like you trying to draw something intentionally bad. It never looks like something actually bad. I mean, however I say it, I'm gonna sound very conceited, so... I'm just gonna give up on not trying to sound like I think I'm awesome. And I do hope nobody ends up showing me a photo of a person that looks exactly like this and saying they're offended or something. That would be, yeah, that would be something. Now let's do this the way people do hair. Oh, I hate it when people do hair this way. Oh, it's so awful. Oh, this is awful. I hate this. I hate it when people do hair that way. It looks so bad. I want to vomit. The thing is, I teach a class during the semester about hair, and I still get students that draw hair this... Oh my god, I want to vomit. This is so... Ugh. So beautiful. So beautiful, the model. But we at least have to make it look like they tried. I mean, I just drew hair that way because hair is actually... It actually has some difficulty to it. Now for the other most common mistake you always get with artists, with amateur artists. Wait, no, locate this. Oh no, and oh yes, of course. I'm trying to remember like I teach an anatomy class. So oh yes, neck boobs. Thank you. And the pointy shoulder. Oh, damn it, they love the pointy shoulder. And of course we have to draw some scenery. So this is a tree. No, wait. Another common mistake. Yes. Okay, and wait. We have to, draw another tree here. See, you're kind of in the way. Okay, now what we're doing. Of course, we will draw it on a... Okay, and we're gonna, of course, do this with the softest... Yes, of course, everything has to be done with airbrush. Everything. And we're going to... Yes. Everything has to be done with airbrush. Oh. Everything has to be shiny and airbrushed. I'm actually having fun. And everything is shiny. Oh, this is quite liberating, to be honest. I'm actually going to add the ninja in this last frame, of course. I'm not going to miss a chance to draw a poorly drawn ninja in my comic. And of course she has to have makeup. And blue eyes, because of course. And of course we need specular reflection, because we are artists and we study art. So everything has to be shiny. Especially the boobs. And specks of shiny on her teeth. Wait, on her cheeks, not her teeth. Okay, and we give her clothes. Yes, airbrush everything. No hard edges. Everything airbrush. Is it horrible that I actually don't hate this image? I mean, I'm not saying it's my best work, but I actually don't hate it. Oh, man. I really don't. This is, and of course she has to be blonde. Airbrush. The blonde. And now we make the trees. Airbrush the trees. And then the okay. And now we need a sky. And the sky, of course, has to have clouds. And grass. How can we not make grass? So we go and we choose. Photoshop, fortunately, has a grass brush. So we use it. Take away shape dynamics. Take away transfer. And we use the Photoshop grass brush. Wait, we actually have other stuff. Wait, color dynamics, okay. No. No, that's too big. Wait. Yes. Because why not? Photoshop has a grass brush. Oh man, can you believe some of my students actually use this brush? I mean, I teach them not to, but at first, some of them actually do. Yes, I'm not using whites. That is true. I should use whites. Pure white. And I should also make the lines pure black. Pixie, no. Come on. Pure black for the lines and pure white for parts that need it. And for the... Yes, okay. Great. Now let's add an engine to this image. Because why the fuck not? We'll add, Oh, no, wait. We have to do something, even better. I'm doing something off screen. And here we go. Music's out, by the way. But I'm having too much fun. I'm not gonna stop. Okay, so here we go. Now we can add people. Wait, no, this has to go underneath. Now we have people in our image. And look at how realistic they are. Because I draw good. And now we draw okay. Okay, wait, let me modify that. Okay, let's oh, okay, this wasn't it. This we have darker lines on her And we will this is quite liberating, to be honest. It's like there we go. As for the ninja, let's at least try to hide him. And of course, the thing that brings it all together because nothing says amateur artist as much. Well, I've never actually done this before. Okay, so let's see if yep. Because if you're an amateur artist, don't forget, you have to tag everything. Your signature is more important than whatever it is you're doing. Oh wait, 2015. Yes, aspiring artists, never forget. Your signature is the most important thing in an image. And of course, your signature has to be... Wait. Move the stroke. Okay. Now we can add a stroke. And we have to add some effects to this signature, of course. Maybe some yellow with the... Oh, yeah. Because you know, if you're an artist and it's 2015 and you're not tagging it, well, then you're losing it. Yeah. All the colors. We need all the colors. But Mr. Meetpol, I thought you said it was somebody else that was going to draw it. Nope. It was Mr. Meetpol. All the time. This whole time, it was Mr. Meetpol. He also wants to be an artist. Now, don't forget, people, we need all the colors. Or a better way to say it would be, we need all the motherfucking colors. But, yeah, that looks nice and it looks metallic. Okay, and we would sign. Where would we sign? Here. And why not? Let's just Because we can, and we know how. Let's just saturate this a little bit more. Ah, there we go. Yes, a watermark. That would be Meetpol 90 97. You were 97, that would make, yes, okay. Meetpol97.deviantart.com. Yes, because we don't want people stealing this image. Oh, I love it. Love it so much. Okay, let's keep this a little bit lower and yes, we just want the boob shine and the face shine right there. Right there. Yeah. Robert Meetpol Biastiffy. The 19-year-old artist that's, you know, he's getting the big jobs now. There we have it. Ah, that is such art. And right on time, too. Okay, let's check it out. There we go. Okay. So, here we go. Today's comic. Let's check it out. Okay, besides, we have to read and make sure that everything's alright. Okay, so... commission inquiry, Nipple Punch Marketing, High Obsidian. We're interested in hiring you to produce an art image of a female model for one of our publications. Would you be able to send us a quote for what this would cost? What this could cost? Thank you for your time, Robert Meetpol Biastiffy, Nipple Punch Marketing Communications Representative. So there I am. Okay. Greetings, Mr. Meetpol. Thank you for your interest in my work. An image like the one you described would have a cost of wait, I'm not entirely convinced with order of these panels. I might actually need to reorganize them. Not entirely convinced here. Yeah, I might have to do a little bit of a, let's see. Yes, it is very art. Such art. So professional. Me art. Let's see. Yeah, actually this comic would make a lot more sense if I just move this. Oops. Up. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, now I have to fix something else. No, wait, there's no reason I have to do it that way. I can do it this way. Great. But now I have to fix these... Yeah, you know, I don't want any OCD people freaking out because these panels are... There's no reason why they shouldn't be exactly the same, so... Let's fix that. Let's do a solid for all our OCD readers. Come on. Oh. What? No. Oh, okay. There we go. It's very art, so creative. Okay, now that works a little bit better because the order of the panels and the order of the image at the end wasn't kind of working. But this way, it kind of removes one thing from the other. Okay, so back to where we were. Okay, so hi Obsidian, we're interested in okay, I already read that. Okay, so there I am. Okay, greetings, Mr. Meetpol. Thank you for your interest in my work. An image like the one you described would have a cost of $90 US. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to working with you. Good hunting, O Abnormal. Hi Obsidian, thank you for your response, but your price seems a bit high for us. Also, one of our interns has a cousin that is willing to make this image for free. So we're going to move forward with that option. Thanks again for your time, Robert Meetpol Biastiffy. And there we have the work of art. I love it. I love it. So that's actually tomorrow's comic. If you want a large version of this comic, it will be available for my Patreons. A large version of this comic. This comic at full size is about like this. Patreons will get they'll get a pretty large version of the comic. And on the website, you'll see it probably at something more like this size or something like that. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you for joining me for painting this comic. I might be online tonight, I might not. We'll have to see how the day goes, but I will be here, rain or shine, tomorrow morning, doing more artwork. So, until then, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you for your company. It was a fun morning. I guess that's pretty much all there is to say. Thank you, people in the chat room. Thank you, Yodel, Candy Cane, Steve, Cardinal, Vaughn, Mao, Pretender, Gaito. Who else am I forgetting? There's Pretender. I already read that. Thank you, everybody in the chat room. And also, thank you, Vaughn, for telling me about OC Remix. We will be using their music from now on, or at least until... yeah, we'll be using their music. I love their music, and I hope you enjoyed today that we were listening to Chrono Symphonic by OC Remix. We will credit them, of course, in the description of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my Twitch channel, and of course, to my YouTube channel. In case you want to watch this later on, it's going to be on my YouTube channel. So, until tomorrow or tonight, good hunting, everybody, and goodbye. This has been the Ministry of Abnormality Twitch broadcast for November 12th, 2015. See you guys later.